Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Leanne. Thanks so much. Okay, so we've got a ton of people here today. We've got some girls in the corner singing. We've got celebrity servers. Senator Vern White was here earlier. We've got Councillor Marianne Wilkinson back here serving and chatting with people. And one of the things going on is balloon animal tying. There's some really impressive things. I've seen monkeys on palm trees. And they were trying to teach Amit and I how to make a dog. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what his looks like. Great. And this is what mine looks like. Where did I go wrong?
Can't tell you.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Camp Day. All of the proceeds from the coffee that's sold today is going to the Tim Hortons Children's Foundation. And one of the things that they do is they send kids to camp. And one of those children, how many years ago would it have been? 10?
Yeah, about 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
I'm 22 today, so yeah, 10 years ago.
We got you to admit your age.
Yeah, there you go.
So what was your first camp experience like?
It was amazing. I made 10 new friends. I still keep in contact with some of the friends that I went to camp my first year. We went bike riding up trails on a BMX, first time on a BMX bike. We did some archery, played games, learned so much at camp in terms of games, fun, which is most important as a kid, right? Just have fun. And things like that. It's just an amazing experience. I'd do it all over again if I could.
That sounds like an amazing camp. I think I went to Bible camp or something. It was awful. Sorry, Dad, but I did not enjoy that. They rationed your candy. It was awful. So you grew up in Ottawa, right?
Right.
And the camp that they actually sent you to was in Nova Scotia.
Right, in Tittabagush.
Had you ever been out east before?
No, never. So it was a new experience as it was, you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, the salt water was a weird concept to me, but I loved drinking it because it was so new.
That's so disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, all of the proceeds from coffee going to the foundation. If you're not by Tim Hortons, you can text the word CAMP, all uppercase, C-A-M-P, to 45678 to donate $5. Now, there's a couple of different things that money goes towards. Summer camps. They've got all year-round camps that basically affect children in schools and communities. And then the last one is a 5-step leadership program. Now, you went through this, right?
Right.
So what's that program all about?
So it consists of 2 to 3 years of going on a 6-night overnighter canoe trip. So you actually go to, say, Algonquin Park and whatnot, and you learn, the basic sort of wilderness experience. So you gotta make food, set up tents, go over portages, carry the canoes, pack everything. So it's a learning process, and in a way it helps, face your fears and be outgoing in a sense, which I think every kid should be, especially with nowadays we have computers. A lot of the children just sitting behind computers and doing everything inside the home.
Right, in your own little bubble.
Exactly. So.
Did you know any of the people that you were put in a group with for these leadership camps?
I saw familiar faces over the years, but first year when I went, it was completely new faces. So I was, a shy boy, but coming out of the program, always willing to meet people and outgoing and just open in general, you know what I mean? That's what the camp does to you. It makes you a new person.
Well, and I think meeting friends in general is hard enough, but when you are thrown into the middle of the wilderness and it's a matter of, maybe not as extreme as survival, but you have to learn how to work together.
You have to, yeah. And there were a few times, where we pick at each other, but in the end, we became a stronger, tighter group, and that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. So what type of kids, when you were, 12, and when you were a bit older in the leadership program, what kind of people were you meeting?
Kids of girls and guys of all ethnicities and coming from various cities. Pretty much just working together, discovering a little bit about each other, and eventually in our last year, we had this little session where I'm not going to say anything about the session, but it got a little emotional.
Yeah.
Everyone came and if they wanted to say something, and it wouldn't come out of the room, you know what I mean? So we became that type of a group where we were able to tell each other, very personal things and trust each other. So. And
before we go, how were you chosen? Who picks the people?
Well, first of all, it's a local Tim Hortons store owners that send local kids. Okay. So the Ottawa store, my owner, the store owner that sent me, they were with McBride couple, and I'd like to thank them, of course, because they sent me for 6 years. and they send local kids. So I'm from Ottawa, and I got sent to camp from. So a local store sponsored me to go to a camp.
Which is nice. So when you drop by today and get your coffee, you're actually helping local kids go to local camps.
Exactly.
Thanks so much for
Thank you
chatting
very
with
much,
us today.
No
it
problem.
was such a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Come on down to the Tim Hortons here on Carling and say hello. Purchase yourself a coffee or drop a toonie off. You could win a patio set. After the break, we are talking hammocks.